we have one question on MMF balance condition of an ideal transformer. Here is a transformer with 3 windings, one primary, 2 secondaries, and both these secondary loads are resistive. Number of turns for the 3 coils are given, these 2 resistances are given. The primary source voltage is unknown, but the primary current is 5 ampere. We have to find out this source voltage and the 2 secondary currents. Before we solve it, we have to find out the dot positions for the 3 coils. For the first coil, we can put the dot either on the top side or on the bottom side. It doesn't matter. So let us choose to put the dot on the top side. Now let us find out where should be the corresponding dot for the second coil. For that, notice that if a current is entering through the dot of this first coil, that will flow in this way, and that will produce a flux in the clockwise direction like this through the core. Now consider the second coil. How should the current flow through the second coil to produce a flux in the same direction, that is the clockwise direction? We need the current to flow in this direction to have the flux in the same clockwise direction. That means current should enter the upper end through the upper end of this coil to have clockwise flux. So we put a dot at the upper end of this coil, and in the same way you can find out where should be the dot for the third coil. Once again, to get a clockwise flux, we need the current to flow in this direction. That means we need the current to enter through the upper end of this coil. So the dot should be at the upper end like this. Next, what will be the ratio of the 3 voltages across the 3 coils? If I call this voltage is V1, let me choose the reference polarity like this, plus minus, and let the voltage across the second coil be V2 plus minus, and across the third coil is V3 plus minus. Now V1 divided by 400, that is the number of turns in the first coil, should be equal to V2 divided by 200 should be equal to V3 divided by 300 turns. Next, the current I2 should be equal to V2 by 100 ohm, V2 by 100 ohm, and that will be equal to V1 divided by 200 ohm in terms of V1. And similarly I3, that will be V3 by 150 ohm, V3 divided by 150 ohm. Okay, this is V3, and in terms of V1, that will be 3 by 600 V1, okay, ohm here. Yeah. Next, we will use the MMF balance condition. Okay, what does that tell us? The total MMF produced by the three coils should be close to 0. Now the MMF produced by the first coil is 400 multiplied by 5 ampere. Okay, so 400 into 5 ampere, and this MMF will act in the clockwise direction through the core. Okay, so let us consider the clockwise direction as positive direction for MMF. Next, for the second coil, the MMF is 200 into I2. Okay, so 200 I2, but this I2 is considered going away, going out from this dotted end. So the MMF produced will be in the anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so therefore let us use a minus sign, because this MMF is in the opposite direction to the primary coil MMF. Similarly, for the third coil, the MMF is 300 I3, and this is again in the anti-clockwise direction, because current I3 is assumed to be in the is going out from the dotted end. So this MMF is in the anti-clockwise direction, so we put a minus here. And this is the total MMF, which should be equal to 0. Now let me get rid of some of these zeros, and from here we can write 20 ampere minus 2I2, and I2 is given here, so this will be V1 by 100 ohm, and minus 3I3, and I3 is expressed here, so that will be 9V1 by 600 ohm. This is equal to 0. So we have one equation in terms of V1, and if you solve it, you will get V1 equal to 800 volt. After that, you can find out the value of I2 using this equation here. So that will be 4 ampere, and similarly I3 you can get from this equation, that will be also equal to 4 ampere.